Hello, party people. What's up? It's another stream. I wasn't going to go live with Gwent today, but I figured we're going to do it anyway because I'm enjoying the game very much. I hope I'm live on Gwent. I am live on Gwent. Cool. We're doing 2 hours of Gwent, and then we're switching for the rest of the day to Disney Lorcana, which won't be live on YouTube, don't worry, because I'm going to go live on my other YouTube channel for the Disney Lorcana stream, but it's the North American Championships in Disneyland America. Unfortunately, I'm stuck at home with you lot. So I'm watching it from home. Obviously would love to have attended, but wasn't meant to be on this occasion, hopefully next year. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching the action. It's going to be an unofficial restream. We're going to be watching that later. It's going to be cool. So it's going to be like 2 hours of Gwent, and then probably like 7 or 8 hours of Lorcana, maybe more. Yeah, probably like 10 hours of Lorcana, because I'm going to do like a 2-hour pre-show, kind of like a waiting room for the event, and then when the event's on, we're just going to be watching it. But yesterday I was at a big Lorcana event where anyway, let's not talk about Lorcana. Let's talk about Gwent. That's what we're here for. Witcher Adept, Viper Witcher, Operator. I tried a lot of clog, and I got such a bad score with it. I had a lot of fun with it, and I felt like we were really onto something. We were really close to having a decent deck, but it just wasn't working. It just wasn't good enough at the pro rank. It just simply wasn't good enough. And we were chatting yesterday about like why not use Operator, and this was like a suggestion I had a lot. Obviously, if you use Operator, you could play like Brathens, and you can play the Informants, maybe Q, maybe not. Brathen's just a pretty good card in its own right anyway, right? And it's possible we don't use Tactical Decision either as the leader, because also, as soon as you go that route, you've got Vigo, right? And Vigo is already quite interesting because it could hit Viper Witcher as an option. I mean, interestingly, the Informants also, you could argue, synergize with Operator, because the Informant could be a reasonable card to try and clog them with, for example. Yo! How's it going? PTQ? PT quoi? PTQ? What's up? How we good? What is the Shin Miri line? Wish I was a baller. That is a fitting question when you're watching a Gwent stream. Shin Miri is a Gwent streamer, and when I was playing Lorcana for the first time, he was like, dude, your best play on turn 2 is 2 Lilos, right? Like I was trying to play, I don't know, like Simba on turn 2 or like Pinocchio on turn 2. He was like, 2 Lilos is better than 1 Pinocchio. So yeah, we're going to do like 2 hours of Gwent. We're live on the Gwent YouTube, but then we're switching over to the Disney Lorcana YouTube. And we're going to do a watch party. But we've got like I'm going to do like a 2-hour pre-show. So yesterday I was at the Content Creator Set Champs in London, and I got a bunch of footage recorded from that. So I figured a good 2-hour pre-show would be watch some of the footage from that. So yeah, Wish I Was a Baller. It's basically just playing 2 1-drops on turn 2. And I just named it after my friend Shin Miri, because he was the one, he just said it to me. I was like, oh, I'm going to do the Shin Miri line. And it kind of stuck. It's kind of, I actually spoke to him about it this morning. He doesn't play Lorcana, but he's got a player named after him. But we're playing Gwent for the first 2 hours. So if you guys have not seen Gwent before, Gwent is like the card game I played when I first started making content. It's, in my opinion, the best card game of all time. I'm going to put an asterisk next to that and say that I think Disney Lorcana is also up there. But if Gwent is my all-time favourite. This game is very much on its last legs. It doesn't have any official developer support anymore, whereas Disney Lorcana is very much up and coming, right? This is the most, this game is like the most precious game to me ever. Like, it really is. I mean, look at the art. Look at that. Stop it. Look at that. Gwent has the best music, the best art. The gameplay is really complex and deep. It's just a great game, man. And the community's cool. So we've been really enjoying revisiting it. But to my Gwent peeps, back to the Gwent talk. So we're trying to play a clog deck. So the deck we're trying to play focuses on like Viper Witchers, putting cards on top of their deck. The list we were playing, unfortunately, was just bad. Clog is just not very good. And maybe I'm supposed to accept that, but I want to try and make it work. This is like the last list we had. But one thing that we didn't really try is using Operator. Now, what is interesting about Operator is obviously Operator puts potentially a Viper Witcher on our opponent's side of the board. And then we can make more Viper Witchers with Informants, with Vigo, with Brathens, potentially even with Coup de Grace as well. But what's even more interesting about Operator is it actually gives us a target to clog, right? Like, a lot of the ways people play against clog is they just never play a bronze card, because you can't clog gold cards. You can, but it's not very good. And you can't clog tokens anymore. So Operator also gives us the possibility, for example, of clogging them with Viper Witchers, or maybe clogging them with Viper Witcher Adepts. I was thinking might be a good target to clog them as well, because this is going to just be a 4-point card for them, Whereas a Viper Witcher is only a 6-point card, to be fair, and it clogs us a bit. So it's like anti-Colgrim synergy. Like, we don't really want to give them Viper Witchers, but we'd rather give them Viper Witchers than a lot of the other stuff, right? Let's go, Feldy. You like it so far? Okay, cool. We might not play this leader necessarily either. We might not. But yeah, our other clog decks just didn't really quite perform. I mean, we're going to play Colgrim, that much is clear. There's obviously a lot of people are going to, well, you're going to play Defender as well, aren't you? You're going to play Defender. You're going to play Letho. Not necessarily. I mean, most likely. But maybe not. The other thing which I'm still quite interested in is trying to play Renfrey as well with Clog. Because this leader tactical decision feels very good with a Clog deck because we try and win round 1. And Renfrey synergizes really nicely with the leader because you tend to slam the leader and then you've just got like... She's like a better Anna, right? The problem is as soon as we go for Renfrey, we're going to be maybe struggling for consistency. We can't play Royal Decree and this sort of stuff. But I am interested in Renfrey and this leader. So if we were to go Renfrey and this leader, we'd play, of course, Sunset Wanderers. We'd play Snowdrop. You'd think we play Mage Assassins. Like, you can't... The thing is with Colgrim, you need Clog, but you also need Thin, right? I mean, Colgrim is not like a must anyway. We don't want to build into Colgrim too much. I think Colgrim's just like a... The way of looking at Colgrim in this deck is more like he's just a decent card. You know? And I don't know if this is necessarily the route, so let's relax for a second. What I'm definitely keen on, and we might not play this leader, I'm definitely keen on the idea of trying Operator in a Clog deck, right? The thing with Renfrey that you miss out on is you miss out on 2 coated weapons. You miss out on consistency. I think Battle Stations perform really well in this deck previously. The other big thing about Renfrey that's a problem is you miss out on this. It's probably not Renfrey, right? If we're playing Clog, we want the Gortha, realistically. So we are going to go for the Informants. Maybe we only play 1, but I would wager we play 2. We're going to play Viper Witchers. Let's not play Renfrey to begin with. I doubt Renfrey's really the way. We're going to play Coated Weapons. This is all clogging, right? And importantly, what I'm looking to do when I'm clogging is I'm specifically looking to clog the top of my opponent's deck, not the bottom. Snowdrop, yes. It's very hard to justify not playing the Mage Assassins with this leader. Now, the Vigo might be a little bit clunky then, because the Vigo already has got 3 targets. But to be fair, the Viper Witch is a clog, and the Informant's going to be a clog on a lot of occasions. And Vigo's just not bad anyway. But we're going to play Brathens for sure, who of course got buffed recently, which is quite nice. We're going to play the Sunset Wanderers. I have to say, I liked Menno Battle Station's Royal Decree as well. That felt quite clean. Because Menno also already has the coated weapons. Royal Decree gives us like a little bit of consistency. Like we need to be able to probably chew to the Viper Witch, the Operator when we want it. Previously we were playing Warwick because we wanted to chew to him at the right moment. The thing with Warwick is he's very expensive. Yeah, Brathens went down to 10. There was a lot of Assimilate buffs this month actually. But yeah, I hope everyone's good. I'm excited for a day of Lorcana today. But some Gwent first. Heck yeah. We're going to play Colgrim. That much is quite clear. We're going to play Sunset Wanderers as well. Oh, we already have it. So this is like the core cards for this setup of the deck. What about the clogging agents? Yeah, so there's some other clog cards. The thing with a lot of the other clog cards is they put cards on the bottom of the deck. I'm specifically interested in the cards which put things on top. I have a feeling with this version we might want to try and play Letho and Defender as well. Unfortunately, we're already over... I mean, we could drop a Informant in fairness if we so desire, right? Also, the Vigo could go, maybe. I mean, the other thing as well is if you're playing Defender, you're kind of starting to look at this card as an option, which is... Sandor. But I don't really think I want to play this. Ring of Favour is also quite good in these clog decks to help us win round 1. I think Ring performed pretty well. So already I'm not sure on the Letho and the Defender. Like, I think Colgrim might just be a value card more than anything. Like, I think what I actually am looking for our clog deck to do is just completely wreck our opponent's top decks. Like, I just want my opponent to be absolutely miserable in the top decks they're drawing. I'm not going to play the Ethereal Merchants in this one, I think. Cynthia's good. Cynthia also clogs the top. She's very expensive. Like, she needs a buff. A lot of these cards just need a buff. But really, I'm just looking for any card which clogs the top of their deck. So Cynthia, Coated Weapons, Viper Witches do that. The Gortha does that. And then, in theory, Vigo can do it. And in theory, Brathans and Operator can do it as well, right? So right now, we have 19 provisions of 4 cards. So if all of our last 4 cards... If all our last 5 cards were 4 provisions, we would just have to drop 1 Informant. And we would have a deck. So that question is then, do we build around the Vigo too much? Pretty sure there's a 4P that just jumps to opponent's deck after the round. There is, but yeah, that doesn't necessarily go on top, right? That's the problem. It doesn't go on top. This is buffing Colgrim by a point, right? But that's not really what we're looking to do. Now, what I will say, the Toxicologist is also not... the Toxicologist is like a good engine. The Vigo's the question mark I have here, really. So I would say at the moment, the question mark is the Vigo, the Ring. The Ring did perform very, very well. Yeah, it is going to be too slow. It's points on Colgrim, but I don't even think we're investing like Defender for our Colgrim, right? Like, we could try investing a Defender for Colgrim. The question on Vigo really is like, is it worth it? And if it is worth it with like an inconsistent Vigo? Maybe. It also feels a little bit bad to only play 1 Informant if we're playing Operator. I do love a bit of a Fury Merchant, I have to say, but I think without Warrant, I'm not too interested. Hey, Golnagi, what's up? We also don't have a Tool Punish in this current setup, but I think we're just not going to be able to fit it. So it's big questions on Vigo, it's big questions on Ring. They're my main 2 cards I'm interested in. But Vigo is kind of impacting the deck in a big way, right? Like, if we play Vigo or not impacts things quite a lot. Are there any other cards which put cards on the top of the deck which we always want? And are we playing Letho Defender, right? So this is kind of what I would say is the core of the deck. These 17 cards in a way that we're going to try and make work. And then the question is, okay, what are the other sort of combinations that you could go for? So you could go Defender Letho, for example. I guess that's the question. If we were to just, maybe a better way is like, okay, how many 4 provision cards do we need? Like, if we put the whole deck as 4 provision cards, we could have 2 9 provision cards. So already Defender Letho is actually not fitting in here all on its own, which is quite absurd, right? So like Defender Letho are not only going to take all our provisions away, but they're also going to mean we have to cut stuff which seems somewhat uncuttable. We're trying Cloggers again, yes, that's the plan. So I just don't think it's Defender Letho. So another way of looking at it is, okay, if I put only 4 provision cards in, I mean, I could have a 14. So I've got like some freedom to put 1 big top end card in. I mean, interestingly, the Ring of Favor still, and the Vigo would be the 2 9 provision cards, and then we could just play a bunch of 4s. That seems reasonable, right? Like, if we're playing an Informant, surely we want old Vigo. And Vigo can just high roll into the Viper Witcher. The other thing that is worth mentioning as a Cloggers card every single time, if we so desire, is Teleportation. Teleportation is a Cloggers card, right? You just Teleportation a Viper Witcher. The other thing that's worth considering is that we don't actually have that many Operator targets, right? It's only 2, 3, 5. To be honest, giving them Mage Assassins does sound pretty damn good, right? We Operator a Mage Assassin and we Cloggers them. That is not bad. Imperial Tactics. What's Imperial Tactics when it's at home? Often we don't want a could-be clog. We want a definite clog. Let's have a look. Is it the 5p card? Imperial Marine? What card do you mean? I mean, Diplomacy could also be a clog card, right? In a Nilfgaard mirror. Diplomacy might just be a reasonable idea anyway, because it's proactive. So if you go all in clogging, I feel like you need Colgrim. Yeah, quite possibly. I do agree. But it's possible that we clog so much that they just have no good cards left. I literally can't play Defender. I do agree, Feldy, but I literally can't afford Defender. It's so expensive. 10 provisions for Defender is gross. I would be interested in Defender at 9 provisions, because then I could also play Renew. Both of which, by the way, are kind of power crept. Like, that's a big problem, right? And like, okay, the Colgrim is going to get answered quite a bit, but the other logic is that we clog them so much that they don't draw their answer to Colgrim, maybe. And we still have actual points, right? Yeah, teleportations are weird because they are close to 0-point cards. But to be fair, like teleportations on Viper Witcher from Vigo is not that bad. Teleportations, if we go like Operator onto Informant, teleportation is not that bad. I think there might be a Necessary Evil. I don't think they're good by any stretch, but I think we might play them. Would be my hunch. And I'm still unsure on like how much do we invest in our Vigo, right? Like, we kind of want to play like some other stuff. I mean, interestingly, you could look at playing. There's also Ethereum Merchants. I do like Ethereum Merchants are cloggers cards in their own little way. Like with the Gorthog of Age, you could put something good in their deck, and then we give them something bad. But it's better really with Warrit and with this sort of stuff. I also like this card. It is an engine. It's not a bad card to clog them with, right? But then the Vigo is suddenly losing quite a bit of its value. The Toxicologist is also not bad, right? And actually, the Toxicologist is a pretty good target for the teleportations. I do agree we should buff Clog. Yeah, absolutely. So Vigo is the big question mark I still have. How worth it is Vigo, and also how much are we making the deck worse by building around him? Are there any other 9 provision cards that jump out and we're like, yes, I want it? I would wager that there probably aren't. Anna Henrietta, eh. I think there's nothing. I mean, Warrit I would like a bit, but we don't really have enough consistency for Warrit. I mean, I'll also say that Royal Decree potentially is unnecessary in this version of the deck. Are there other tactics? I mean, that's also the other thing about diplomacy. It makes our friend Menno a little bit better. Like the Royal Decree, I don't love, but to be fair with Operator, I think it's probably helping, right? I can see the diplomacies being worth it. Probably a Spores would be wise since we don't have a Tool Punish. The problem is we're going to end up with some very dodgy cards which we're forced to play with all of these tactics. It's not like I play Calvate. Now we literally can't go Vigo out, defend it in. And if I go Defender, I'm also going Letho. Like they're a two card package. Like this is what I did when I had the 17 core cards. I've like, okay, these are kind of the non-negotiables. I said, all right, what happens if we put Letho Defender in? And we literally didn't have, we were 1 provision short of even that. I think Vigo's the way to go. I'm a bit worried about the Mage Assassins being stuck in the deck with this current setup, but I think I kind of like the idea. We could put like one other card in that Vigo can hit, but I think I'd really rather not. I'd rather just have a guaranteed Vigo. If we were to put it in, it would probably be a Vic of Aura Novice because they can thin the Mage Assassins. It's also Snowdrop and synergy with the old matey. So Vic of Aura Novice is probably the one I'd be most interested in over Couriers because we don't play Ethereum Merchants. But that means that our Vigo could hit, for example, Mage Assassin. It can never be that bad, right? Like Informant or Viper Witcher or Novice. I mean, you obviously don't want a 1-point Novice, but it might be better to play that rather than like some random cards here. We won't have enough tactics for Stefan. We just don't have the top end for that. Because we have like... I actually have more tactics than I thought, to be honest. But this isn't a tactic, for example. So Vigo's still the question mark. I think if we're bothering with Operator, we kind of have to play him, right? Struggle to see a world we wouldn't play him. I think Royal Decree is the other card, but again, I think actually it just does make sense to play. Vial's a quite good card, to be fair. We probably just play Vial. Probably play Collar. And then we have maybe a random Spores. Alright, let's take it for a spin. But yeah, not going to be Gwenting for long, like an hour and a half. And then it's Lorcana time for the rest of the day. But the plan was to not actually stream any Gwent today or yesterday. And yet I still did both. Happy days. I was also thinking what we could do is reject the pro rank terms of service and re-accept them to reset my MMR. Because my MMR's kind of terrible with everything. But let's not commit to that just now. I mean, my NR is almost at like 2.5. Yeah, Toxicologist could also be the card we play instead of the Vicavara Novice. Because we are doing a lot of clogging. The problem I have with this card is that you're incentivized to play the Toxicologist early. At the moment, we've got a guaranteed Vigo. I'm down with that. I think I'd play a Novice before I play a Toxicologist to try and thin our Mage Assassins a bit more. Yo, Capito, thank you so much for the sub. Also, Vicavara Novice is card draw for the Snowdrop and the Sunset Wanderers. It is very cold, by the way. My god, it's cold. I get my radiators turned on, but it ain't happening. My radiator hates me, mate. David Moyes back to Everton. I'm quite happy with it, to be honest. It got announced when I went live the other day. I think it's a good. Appointment, I have to say. Thank you so much for the sub, Captain Capito Damar. Here we go. Game number 1. First game of the day, brev. Guys, please. Alright, so Colgrim's gone. See you, Colgrim. Can't imagine we care for this. This is just kind of a card we're playing for... You know, why not? Everything else is clogging or doing something or other. Battle stations in this hand is a bit dodgy, innit? So we could start off by coated weaponsing that, if we so desire. Jackpot kind of just wants to win round 1 usually, right? Probably take the coated weapons. Oh, I did forget about the Royal Decree also being our card off that. So maybe this was a mistake, but... There we go. First clog done. It's not a bad card for them to have. That's kind of the problem with coated weapons is you tend to clog an engine. Everton front. I mean, it's a brand new owners. It's literally the first thing they've done. So I don't think that's fair, mate. Literally the first thing they've done is get rid of Deitch and get Moyes in. So if you ask me, I'm quite happy with them so far. Funnily enough, earlier this week I was speaking to my old man and I was like, I'd only sack Deitch if we get Moyes in. I think those were my almost exact words. Yeah, but I think he wasn't actually sacked before the cup game. He was already relieved of his duties. They were just hoping to have like an immediate announcement. Yeah, Deitch did a great job, but guys, honestly, he didn't have to go. You could have stuck with him, but it was the right time. If we're going to sack him, it was the right time. It's a January transfer window. We need to spend some money, right? So keeping him, if we're not going to spend any money, would not have been a very good... keeping him and then sacking him, that's the worst thing we could have done, really, right? Deitch did a very good job at Everton, but the football was absolutely miserable. Unbelievably bad to watch. Yeah, that's not a very good start for us, really, is it? This is kind of a problem that you have often with this deck, is you just waddle through it a bit. Probably should have done this last turn. I think I'm reasonably happy with that. Now I don't want to leader because I don't want to hit the Mage Assassin because I want to clog it. But we don't want to be clogging like bare knuckle brawlers and shady vendors and all this sort of stuff. So actually, I mean, to be fair, the problem with the Mage Assassin is I can only clog it once, right? And there we go. So this one is Adrenaline 6, so we can actually play it. Get clogged. Not the best operator play, to be honest, because the problem with this is it's getting wrecked immediately, right? So I don't think we want to be operating Mage Assassin on average. Same with the Informant. I mean, it gives us like... It does give us a good clog. Like, that is just a complete brick, but we're only clogging it once. I guess, though, we could also move it with the Gortha, so we are kind of able to clog it twice, right? I mean, the other thing we could do is we could move this to the top, which they'll be able to replay it, but it's obviously denying the carryover. So teleportation is pretty decent here. But we want to try and battle stations. Bro, this... I've mulliganed this and I snowdropped it and it's still here. That's crazy. And we really would have liked this available with snowdrop, really. So this pays for 7. Do we clog one of these now? Probably, right? It's a lot of clogging done. I'm quite happy with the cloggers so far. The operator... I'm unconvinced by so far, but I'm liking the idea of the deck quite a bit. I think maybe we drop the ball on operator. Like, we might be really supposed to be looking for the Viper Witcher clog. To be fair, the Mage Assassin on top is really, really bad for them compared to a lot of the other things that they could have. Here's kind of the problem as well, is we so often slam our leader round 1 that also having the ring, it means we often end up overdoing it in round 1, even with all the clog. But they're also going to keep committing into this, right? So... I mean, it's interesting that we're offered a pass here. I don't think we're supposed to take it. There is a world I could have taken the spores there, but... So yeah, our Disney Lorcana watch party starts in 1.5 hours here. Our snowdrop got wrecked, so we lost a lot of points by that. Like, she would have gained points from the sunset, she would have gained points from the battle stations and the leader. So we gave them a lot of unnecessary value there in a sense. So the ring wasn't needed. Wasn't worth 9 provisions in this case. Yeah, I will be doing Lorcana. I decided I'd go with Gwent first, and then we'll go for Lorcana in an hour and a half. I had a really productive morning, so... I'm just enjoying Gwent at the moment, so I wanted to keep it going. It's a reasonable hand. We're thinning very nicely. The last question is, can we risk this last mulligan? I think we can on average. We don't, in fairness, have an abundance of proactivity. We have Cynthia. I think I'll risk it. I think we also do have 2 assimilate engines, but... Honestly, the amount of clog we got done here is quite impressive. But the Brathens and Vigo did nothing. This was more just like the normal cloggers stuff, just doing well. It was like the same shell of the rest of the deck. I think removing the Warret and the Ethereas and the Couriers in favour of a lot of the other stuff felt quite okay. Lorcana has a game. Yeah, so Lorcana's not gone anywhere. There's not a digital client if that's what you mean. Although, There was a job posting this week for a Lorcana digital client. It seems like they're looking for someone to come on board for that, which is quite interesting. This is not proactive. This is also not very proactive. I don't think it's too wise playing all the Colgrim down on its own. So maybe we're seeing that an MS3 might be a worthy addition, right? What's the plan here, Stan? I mean, there's a world we could pass. I don't think it's too wise. I don't think we're going to ever leave Colgrim down on his own because of the removal options that they probably have. Bit of a bummer. Play the Sesame? Yeah, you could be right there. Well, no bronze units is a big problem for us, right? So we're kind of finding some of the flaws in the deck building. We have to add emissary. We can clog that, but that doesn't really seem very good, does it? I mean, it's more points on Colgrim. Like, really, the Brothans and the Vigo were trying to slam round 1. I'm not sure about the ring. It's probably my biggest takeaway so far. I mean, the other question is, like, is this even winning? I mean, it is playing for a lot. We have to play emissary is the takeaway from this. So what's better? I'm no beggar! I think unfortunately we haven't got them. The clog put in so much work. I just think they have enough from their leader, right? +9. Yeah, the candle's insane. Interestingly, if we went down like an extra card intentionally here, we would have been good. I think like what cost us here was the ring. The ring really, really cost us. I got nothing left for this round. Relatively promising first game though. It's not all over. I think the ring's gone. No, if we're bothering with Operator, we're definitely playing Brothans. Like, what's the point of playing Operator if we're not copying the stuff, right? Gain as many coins as you spent this turn. Boost an allied pirate. Okay. I have 1 coin. Very close. We learned quite a lot about the deck. I think that's quite a promising start. Like you see the value of actually doing Omega clogging round 1. Like, okay, if Colgrim got answered, it wouldn't have felt as close, but like we put so much clogging down. I think the one takeaway is we have to play Ring. Sorry, we have to play Emissary, right? Like, we just have to. It's quite simple. And then the other takeaway is I feel like the Ring is just not really pulling its weight. I think we also probably want to play 2 Informants. Anyway, so... the Ring could go... then we would have 8 provisions. Maybe Doderic, for example, could be a good idea as a consistency tool. We could... I don't think we play Warret without... I don't think we're too interested in Warret without the... I mean, there's also the question on, is Royal Decree really worth it? I think it might be. But yeah, we don't want to play Warret without the Ethereum Merchants. I'm just worried about Vigo being really poor if we're not careful, right? I mean, there's an argument that, like, could you play the Operator without Vigo and without Brathens? Could that be worth it? And without the Informants? I mean, probably not, right? I'm just going to run to the loo real quick, but it is worth considering. So cold. I'm putting on a second jumper, mate. I think this one's big. I feel like wearing 2 jumpers, I'm guaranteed to look a bit like a Wally. Well, let's try. I think this one's nice and big. It's actually not that big. It's freezing cold. No Defender, Lether, or Renew. How the heck am I going to fit that in, mate? Like, look at how bad this deck is. Just putting more expensive cards in. You can't play Renew with Colgrim anymore. If Defender was 9 provisions... it would make some sense. Oh. Oh. It is so cold. Beyond cold. Alright, so... I'm pretty sold on the Operator. Like, if we're playing Operator, we're playing Brathens. We're playing Vigo. We play an Emissary. We play the... I think we play 2 Informants specifically, right? But the other question is, like, how much do I care about the Vigo, right? Like, how much do I... and we also play 2 Diplomacies with this deck. The other thing is, like, how much do I care about the Vigo? Like, could I play, for example... I mean, honestly, I'm kind of happy with this. I was going to say, could we play, like, the Novices? But we kind of don't even have room anyway. So an 8p card. The Royal Decree, I think we probably need. There's obviously Doderic, which probably is not a bad idea because it helps us draw more clog cards in round 1, right? Is that a decent engine? He's proactive. I don't think Warret's any good, unfortunately. Lydia. That's not Lydia. Lydia's probably not popping off too hard. I doubt we want Alyssa. I mean, we could just play like another thinner as well, right? Like a Knickers or something. We also don't necessarily need 2 Informants, so we could put a 9p card in. Could go... I mean, Invo could be worth it, right? Invo's probably quite good in our deck because it's like a tool punish carryover. So let's go down to 1 Informant. And Invo. I quite like the sound of Invo. It is 1 point less on Colgrim because it adds something back to our deck. But like we kind of need points. And Invo is a good round 1 like play because we win the round with an Invo and we get a good cob for the next round. And then we could maybe... We either play like a random special or we could just play like 2 emissaries. Yeah, we got the Snowdrop. As the Vial's the other card. Alright, let's give this a go. I quite like the changes. So we basically cut Ring for Invo. And that's the only change. And we added an Emissary. Which makes my Vigo like a 1 in 4, but it means that, you know, 2 of them are 1 cost spies. That's super fine, I think. Like, if we go Vigo to look for the... If we go Vigo to look... The other thing is, like, the Mage Assassins are, like... We got lucky we have both in hand the last game, but we don't have any bonus way of thinning the Mage Assassin. So they're kind of just going to get stuck in our deck a lot of the time. Which is not what you want, but it is what it is, I guess. I guess there's also, against Nilfgaard, you can just copy the Blight Makers, for example, right? But I think Invo belongs in this deck. Yeah, but we already have a round 1, that's the thing. Like, we're actually slamming, like, Brothans and Vigo and Sunset Wanderers and Snowdrop and Leader round 1. So I think the Ring is actually bad because it gives us points where we already have points, whereas what the Invo does is it gives us some points in round 1, but it gives us carryover. That's why I'm liking the idea of the Invo a lot. Let's start off by getting rid of Vial. Let's get rid of Colgrim, and then let's get rid of the Emissary, right? I would imagine. This looks like a good hand. Very good hand. We go Royal Decree for Operator. But perhaps to start off with, we just go good old-fashioned Cynthia. I'm quite liking the setup here. Like, I don't want Ring in this hand. Ring is also taking up a slot away from a clog card in my hand, right? That's not what we want. We could have committed a Brothans, maybe. The thing is that these don't come through into Adrenaline 6. So we didn't want to Operator yet anyway. We could have gone Brothans, though, but... I just don't want to give up on my dream of the Cloggers, right? This positioning was wrong because of course, an unlock. Interesting. Take a Clogger. I would much rather clog them with something like that than something that actually synergizes with their deck, right? It does again, like they can use them to make my Colgrim 1 point less, so they are kind of playing for like 7 points still. It's definitely not great. Do we ever take the Invo on that? Maybe we take the Invo on the Mage, right? That's getting buffed up. I think I was supposed to take Brothans earlier, to be honest. I think this deck's got more legs than the last one, right? We need the Operator actually... Like, imagine our opponent here played no bronzes. Apart from engines. I'd just be giving them drummers and students and all that sort of stuff. Which does not sound very ideal. So technically we want to snowdrop away cards from the Rite of Sunset, but like... I also want to keep my actual good cards, right? What's Menno even hitting? Battle stations? So Menno's really good if we just keep 2 bronzes in hand that we want to play. So I guess we put Invo on top and we get rid of the vial. Oh, we are so cooking. I don't want ring. Like my deck is kind of insane. Round 1. I will clog them with 1 Temerian Drummer because it's a removal play. We have so many points here. Ready? Bam! Oh, we are so cooking. What do we clog with this last Witcher? Maybe just a base Aretusa student. I don't think that's a big deal, is it? I'd rather the 2 points than waste it on the Viper Witcher here. Seems like a reasonable time to Invo. I know like the Anna played for a lot, but whatever. She's not that good for us. That's why I didn't really want to Invo her. But it's not like there's anything else that's good. And I potentially get to keep my Sunset Wanderers. This is the smoothest the deck's ever felt. I have to say, I am liking it. So now the interesting question is there ever a world we pass? We know Anna's on top, who's not even that good. But, like, this is a big fat Sunset Wanderers. Probably not, right? Like, they probably have 2 good cards in hand. And then the rest of the deck is cloggers. And we... It is not a terrible pass, I think. I think it's not a terrible pass. I think I'm going to pass. Usually with cloggers decks, you just push for the 2-0, but I really don't want to overdo it. Alright, that's not that expensive, but... kind of is what it is. Controversial pass. It's just that I'm valuing the Sunset Wanderers, right? In hand. There was no guarantee we were going to find the Colgrim either. Let's get rid of that and that. Lot of good cards stuck in deck. But like the Sunset Wanderers just makes like defending the bleed very easy anyway if they try and bleed us. I am concerned about the fact that we don't have a good way of thinning the Mage Assassin. The teleportations could be like Vic of our Novice, for example. That was actually a good time for them to pass. Whew. I mean, is there a world we don't even play Mage Assassins? Probably not, right? But it's all about the Vigo. The Vigo makes things weird, and it's also a question on how good are teleportations. Are they a bit too risky? I mean, we're also giving our opponent cloggers, which is probably not great in this particular spot. Guess what? Get clogged. Surely they have to pass, because otherwise I can just put something bad on top. So it's always going to take both of our cards, right? There's nothing here that would help me get there, I don't believe. Anna plays for 6, 7. And obviously that's... So she's 1 off. There's never a world that extra point off Anna's going to cost me, right? So let's just do this first. Perhaps the Informant's the worst, because we can probably make it be a brick, right? That's also quite interesting, right? That Informant works quite nicely with Gortha. We have clogged the living daylights out of them here. I think the teleportations might have to go, mate. Bit clunky, aren't they? That's a informant. Pretty unfortunate. But yeah, maybe we're just supposed to play like an extra... That's unfortunate too. Well, we had him, I think, as long as I drew my Colgrim. But that also does come down to the fact that we clogged them with Cloggers cards. Which made my deck less consistent. So that's something worth noting. But yeah, if I just had like a Colgrim here, we bricked their informant. And we were kind of cooking. Close game. Very, very close. Good sign for the deck. We missed Colgrim and we still almost won. I think the teleportations have to go, right? And we just put Vic of Our Novices in. It means my Vigo's even more inconsistent, which does make me anxious about how worth it he is. But at worst, the Vigo's going to hit a Spire or a Viper Witcher. So he's still not bad, right? Teleportations out. In comes the Vicavaros. I mean, there is a question that's worth like, could you ever play one teleportation instead of the Var? I feel like the Var's quite good. Now we do have the Rod Decree snuck in there, which helped a lot there, like to tutor the operator when we needed it. Hey, Gren, what's up? So yeah, guys, we're live with Gwent for another hour, and then we're switching over to Disney Lorcana Watch Party. It's the North American Championships for Disney Lorcana. Maybe play Hounds. Yeah, Hounds are not a bad shout. Nah, like I think this game was like... We got a little unlucky to miss it, but it's also interesting to note that this is the first time we've clogged our opponent with Cloggers cards. If we're clogging our opponent with Cloggers cards, we run the risk that we might not draw into our good stuff, whereas usually we always do. I don't know if we have a good Nilfgaard deck yet, Kren. I mean, we've lost both games so far with it, and we're at a very bad MMR. But we're trying to make it work. I'm having fun with this deck. Like sometimes it's just like as much as I want to like try hard and have fun and like pop off by creating great decks. Sometimes it's just really fun to try and make a bad deck good. And we're trying our best to make this bad deck good. Alrighty. The Invo was also not that good there, right? The Invo also made our deck less consistent. So we'll have to keep an eye on Invo. I think it's going to be really good on average, though. I don't think it was really Invo's fault. But there's a few things that happened there which made the deck feel less good in terms of consistency. I think the Vial can get mulliganed. Could have been a Vic of Our Novice that went as well. But it's a pretty chill card. Oh my god. So one concern about Operator here is that they can immediately... Oh, we could go for a Pred Dive, right? We have to. Pred Dive! Rip. Imagine the scenes if we pulled that off. That would have been the Pred Dive to end all Pred Dives, wouldn't it? Huh? Am I getting milled? Am I getting milled by monsters? Guys, why am I getting milled by monsters right now? What to get rid of? We kind of want to get rid of the cards to the left, so let's just do that. This is fine. No problemo. All good in the hood. Nothing to see here. I think it's mill. Genuinely, I think I'm about to get monster milled. Like, unironically, mate. Kind of messed up my I was supposed to keep the Vic of Ora for battle stations. So I don't have too good. I could play this in it. I just don't want to play this yet. So I'm not going to play this yet, even though I kind of want to, right? I guess I don't particularly want to clog that anyway. Royal Decree. Maybe here. Oh! Right, here we go. We go battle stations to play 2 bronzes. We go code weapon. No, we go Viper Witcher, then code weapons. Almost messed that up. I just don't want to clog them with more of them, mate. I know they're probably going to Sabbath us, but if we win the round, it doesn't matter too much. Copium. And Neuromancy is quite bad news for us, probably. That's quite a lot of harpies, mate. I know we could also invo that, but I'm imagining they might play something else quite big that we want to try and invo. Huh? There's not exactly that much good stuff here, is there? We'll put the invo on top, I think, because I don't. It's to the left of sunset. There's nothing good to coated weapons or Brathens. So I guess probably coated weapons plus Brathens plus this is enough. Is that the game plan? Coated weapons, Brathens. Would it even be enough to do this? So if I go for Vial, it goes 5, 6, 7. It plays for full 7. 7 plus 9 plus 2. So 18. So the question is, if I go coated weapons, I'm only... Oh, that's 6. So I'm gaining 2 more. I'm at 61. This is 66. 75. 77. Perfect tie, unfortunately. I didn't actually do the maths on this. Oh god, this might not be enough, you know. I might have really messed up here. Didn't actually do the maths, did I? Bro. That was really bad. I mean, I kind of had to do it, I guess. Not good. We got memed on. They're not even that clogged, are they? But we have to push for 2-0. Like, there's no choice. We just need to draw Colgrim pretty desperately here. Bro, what is up with Colgrim being stuck at the bottom of my deck? Somebody have a word. Oh my god. Incubus. Give them a fight. I guess that's kind of fine. I mean, if they slam the Sabbath, we pass. We have to get it out of them. We can't pass until they play the Sabbath. Come on, Colgrim! Bro, what is happening? That's crazy. Supposed to take that, wasn't I? Mate, where's my Colgrim? I mean, I think that's just a bit unlucky, isn't it? It does beg the question if Invo is actually a wise decision, though, doesn't it? When I'm struggling to draw my Colgrim, can we get like... We could obviously play the Quen, which we played previously. Maybe Roach could be good to help us win round 1 as a bit of a thinner. I really don't think we want the ring. I really want like points for round 3 with my top end. I mean, there's an argument you could play Matter. I don't think that's a particularly good decision. Anna Henrietta maybe could be okay. Anna could actually be alright, you know. I kind of don't hate the Anna idea because we've got assimilate type stuff now. Like, Anna without assimilate feels pretty bad. But, like, Anna is like a mini Renfrey, right? Like, we slam our leader round 1 and then we can slam Anna for a carryover play when we're miles ahead. But the problem is with a lot of leaders is you rely on synergy. But here, for example, if I copied their leader, I could have gotten some decent points from it. So I think Anna might not be a bad shout. I did want to play Anna previously. It just felt like she wasn't worth it. Quen's good, but like it's not worth it without Colgrim. We had Geralt Professional and Colgrim in the deck previously, which is why I was playing Quen. I'm just going to go for a quick wee. No, Anira's not. Like, we can't. We already actually have a lot. I think we just got mega unlucky, to tell you the truth, in the past couple of games to not hit the Colgrim. This was just like a meme deck, right? We're kind of at that MMR. Do you know what I might do? I wanted to do it anyway. I am going to unaccept the pro rank. Oh no, I'm out of pro rank. I'm back in pro rank. Guys, I'm back in pro rank. I just gained 100 MMR with one simple trick. Let's go, guys. I'm back. At 2,400. Wait, what? 1,000. Right, I'm back at pro rank. Fresh start. So we're actually all against real players now. I want to really test the deck. I just lost like 100 MMR on I just lost like 100 MMR with Northern Realms, but that's fine. Everything else was down from playing bad decks. So I will definitely be. I'm not streaming much Gwent over the next few days. I said I'll take Monday off, so I kind of need to do that and have like some admin stuff I've got to do. But we will definitely be making a push for the top ranks. But let's just let's give Clog a bit more of a chance. We're going to be starting the Lorcana watch party in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. Bro. My laptop screen turned off and it stopped uploading stuff to a drive that I was trying to do. Your haircut should be illegal, mate. Uh-huh. What, because it's so good? That's what you mean, right? Because it's so good. Yeah? That is what you mean, right? I do agree it's too short on the sides. But guess what? I'm going to grow into it. And that means I don't have to get my hair cut for as long. The problem is when I get it cut to like the length I actually like on the sides, I need it cut again in like 2 weeks. So on this occasion, I went down to skin.
There will be no negotiation.
No negotiation. Alright, see you, Colgrim. I know you're going to come back to me, Pappy. I just know it. Novice is the card to go here, or perhaps the Diplo. Probably Diplo, right? Pretty functional. Opening hand, we can go battle stations, or we could go... Yeah, we don't need Roll the Crew. Alright, come on. We're going to clog the living daylights out of them, mate. We're back at 2,400 MMR. It's very cold, everybody. My goodness. It is very, very cold, mate. Why is this radiator broken, man? What the heck? I need some heat in this building. Hello, opponent. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, it's traps. Boop. Any heater? I could go grab one. But being cold burns calories, so who's the real winner? SPECI jacks. Yeah, we kind of do need to do a bit of that. We kind of do, mate. So we're going to go Menno for battle stations. I wish this was Adrenaline 7, man. Adrenaline 6 is quite brutal. Because we've kind of just got to stall here for a turn doing not a lot of anything, right? Like, what the heck do we do this turn, bruv? We could also go Raw Decree for Snowdrop, for example, but like, surely it's the battle stations we need to tutor. I don't want to just play a random Vic of Aro. Clogging this is an option, but it was kind of our clog target with the, you know, we got the informant. We don't want to clog that. I can't. This is the problem of not being able to clog tokens. I guess we just take a turn off for this. It's kind of peak though. Nice. That makes me feel better. Just a nice little stall turn. If I had like Snowdrop in hand, I'd be going for that, right? Or like this or this. Wasn't terrible. It was like if the Vic of Aro was to the left of this, I would have felt a lot better about it, basically, right? Get clogged! See, we had nothing to clog here apart from a gold. So even though we're giving them a clogger's card, I actually have stuff to clog now. And I can get more clog on the clog. I think this is why it's just pretty necessary to do what we're doing here. So I doubt it's the thingy-majigama-bobber. I think I just take the Brathens here.
We shall drive the ape men into the sea.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Clog the informant now. That's the other cool thing about it, right? That's actually something I hadn't thought about. You clog this first, and then you go informant and clog the informant. So the spies are also like not bad. Like even the emissary, right? Just gives us something else to clog. Maybe there's a world you play 2 emissaries because of that. I'm not so sure though. I think probably not, but maybe. I could see 2 emissaries actually. Could be an idea, right? Instead of the vial. Because then it would open up battle stations into like emissary plus something, for example.
Everyone has their secrets.
Your life was worth a great deal, my lord. Take comfort in that.
That is a lot of clogging we got done here, mate. That's for sure. And without the operator, we got nothing done. So the operator completely and utterly game-changing in this particular game. Completely game-changing, really. That Anna's not looking too bad as a carryover play either, right?
Don't hesitate. They're just humans.
That's not a bad little coated weapons target. We could call him a smooth operator, yeah. Uh-oh. Don't steal my Brathens. Are we ever slamming the leader? I guess.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
So I obviously want the Anna, but she's also like in the position that helps my Sunset Wanderers. I think we're supposed to put that on top. No, are we? I guess you could argue I could put that on top. Just Vic of Aro into it.
Impertinence is the one thing I cannot abide.
Well, that went about as badly as it possibly could have. Classic. Classic case of the uh-oh. That's pretty good. I mean, Eldain being gone is probably consideration to pass. Having said that, this Gortha could pop off. Realistically, we can't keep up with the Eldain there, right? On top is the Vic of Aro. We literally just don't have enough points, right? This could be a lot, though. This could be, let's say it's probably 12. So I have 6, 18, 28, 33 points. Plus 1 assimilate. Still not enough. With the leader charges, interestingly, I think it was actually enough. But Anna felt really good here, despite me completely throwing with her. She would have just played for big carryover there. I like the Anna edition a lot, actually. I wanted to play her before, but she just felt a bit clunky without. But with the assimilate synergy, I think she's going to be pretty damn clean and smooth. Bruv, Colgrim is actually obsessed with being stuck in my deck at the minute. It's absurd. We clogged them a lot, but of course they're just able to mulligan away all the clog cards, and it just means they have probably close to no agency over the mulligan. They have no traps left. Like, I don't think we're in the worst spot in the world. I don't know if we're in a good spot, though. The Mage Assassin is good. We don't want to draw the second one, interestingly. I kind of have everything I need, I guess. Like, I can just roll the Queen for Snowdrop. I mean, you could make an argument that we just get rid of the Mage Assassin. There's a good chance I draw one of them anyway. Just play this later. So we'd rather get rid of cards to the left of Sunset. We still have 2 cards that we see in the deck. That's why I think getting rid of the Mage Assassin was probably wise. So I guess it's just Figo, right? Chemistry would be the best. Stops that ticking along. I am liking the setup we've got. I think the deck is probably the best we've had it. That isn't triggering. So they have the only elf they probably have in hand is Verno, that might suggest. Nice. We get punished if we saw it. If we get the next Mage Assassin. If the Mage Assassins ended up next to each other, we get pretty unlucky. But I also like that we don't have like any sketchy teleportations. Oh, the cloggers, guys! The cloggers! Get clogged! Damn it, man! What are the odds? That is so annoying. Holy moly, Batman. What is that? Perhaps Serpent Trap? Perhaps Crushing Trap? They could get our Colgrim with one of those as well, innit?
Strike first and strike hard.
We might actually play the mage first if we read that the next one's an incinerating trap. Ooh, they didn't even try and go for it, which is definitely a mistake, of course. This is why I don't like the defender. Like, look at, you know, the Colgrim's just kind of chilling here. It's like, okay, like a heat wave on Colgrim is not that much better than heat wave on the Sunset or the Snowdrop. I think we all know what's coming. So we deny a bit of Verno value there. 25 needed. They are going to trigger the commanders at the back. Oh, no Verno. What the heck? Okay. Mate, the cloggers are kind of popping off. Hey, Chew. Yeah, we are switching to Lorcana in 40 minutes for a Disney Lorcana North American. Okay, apparently I wasn't pro rank. That wasn't even pro rank, bro. I have to get to pro rank first. Well, I got to pro rank with clog. Oh my god, guys. Pro rank with clog. Let's go. If you guys are just wondering, it's because I declined the I unaccepted the pro rank regulations and re-accepted them to get back to base. Okay, so they can see that we're cloggers. That's fine. Alright, we get rid of Colgrim. But yeah, the Disney Lorcana North American Championship start in 2.5 hours. And my watch party starts in 40 minutes. I've got a lot of cool content for you guys in the lead up to it. I've got a lot of ideas, mate. I'm checking my laptop literally now because I'm trying to upload some stuff from my laptop to my PC to show you guys. And it keeps stopping. I think the Diplo is the worst card in this hand. We should keep the Mage Assassin probably. Honestly, the hand's very playable. Do we need Royal Decree? Probably not, right? Bit of a controversial mulligan, but... Oh my god, it's a SPECI net deck. Actually, it's not. I don't play Heatwave. So bro's taken a SPECI net deck and made it worse. Classic. Some things never change, guys. It's not a SPECI net deck, though. I mean, it's basically my deck, but worse, right? They play Heatwave instead of, what? They have no Junod. And they play Trial. So they, what, have no Leo? Spores is very annoying as well, by the way, because that should not be in the deck, but it's really good against us. This is Gutting Slash usually. They play Trial instead of Leo and Heatwave instead of Junod. Honestly, they've not made it that much worse. Honestly, I kind of respect it. The Spores, that's the sussy part.
Your life was worth a great deal, my lord. Take comfort in that.
Yeah, I got big plans for the 2 hours before the North American Championship start. Basically, I played at the Content Creator Set Champs yesterday, and we're going to be watching a bunch of the games I recorded. And I'm going to edit me watching the games back to be the video. Like, rather than me sitting and editing for ages, skimming through all the good parts, the plan is to watch the games back with you guys on stream. Because it's also... Oh! That's a pretty good play. The offering on their own Viper Witcher. But I mean, it also shows you the power of the operator. The operator putting in some serious work here still. So we want to kind of commit as little as possible to this round now, really. There's not really much to do apart from just taking a Snowdrop, I think. We could try and tempo pass them. Honestly, a tempo pass is a really interesting idea. Let's actually get rid of the Viper Witches. I'm making some controversial plays, but I'm a controversial player. That's for Sunset Wanderers, to get rid of those. I kind of respect the play, I have to say. The Snowdrop, like that, we know they have a bunch of tool punishers, so... Don't think I'm too interested in clogging them with an All God. I think we're just slamming the leader here, mate. So we play a card and slam the leader. The question is, what card? I mean, there's a world, it's Menno. The problem is I don't have two good bronze cards to play. So, again, maybe the last... Done a bit of a mistake. Yeah, we could hold on to the Menno, I guess. Kind of have to. Do I have any pirates in hand? No pirates.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
We'll put Menno on top just because he's to the left. Not a very good stratagem in this situation, but never mind. Yeah, no Anna is also a bit of a bummer, but...
Why don't train on the cone? I hate it.
Alright, we pass. Force some value from them. I don't know if we're in a great spot, but... we do have quite a lot of points in a long round. We've always said no clog. This is not really the orthodox line, but fair play to them. But the operator played for so many points. It played for 8, 12. No, it's more like 16, right? Because rather than using offering on our side, they used it on theirs. I guess it was more like 4, 8. It was like 12.
Take care of your blades and they'll take care of you.
Long round is not good for them. I mean, it's obviously not particularly good for us either, but... I think it was a reasonable decision. Like, they kind of left us no choice. I think they played it quite well. It's a shame that my stratagem was ruined.
All that dancing around. It's not for me.
Didn't really make a difference, did it? Alright, we just go straight to a long round. Why do you keep Mage Assassin in hand? Because to slam it with leader. Because if it's in hand, it means that we can just put it back with leader. We want to thin them, right? We don't want them stuck in the deck. We're looking for Anna. Cynthia's a nice card here. Gortha's not bad either. Alright, so... we go for this. Bit of intel, guys. Oh! Oh, it's broken, guys. Please nerf the Viper Witch Alchemist. CD Projekt. This is too strong.
I like to improvise.
Now, we could go for Menno for Anna for carryover and a bit of thinning. But we might miss the battle stations. But I think we kind of need all we can get right now. Portal? Is Portal the play? I mean, it could be a 0-pointer. It could be a 4-pointer, though. We didn't do any clogging, did we, yet? So we could give them this bit. It could thin. Alternatively, I don't really have them offering. I think it is Portal. And this is the nice thing about Brothan's Viga. Like, we actually have points, right? And we don't have ring. Like, we actually have some points. So we have, like... we need battle stations. That's the money card. Battle stations is the key. Give me the battle stations. Give me the battle stations. Give me the battle stations. How many times can one man ask? Oh, for goodness sake. Well, there's still a couple cards to draw. Oh, we have a lot of clogging we can do in round 3. But, I mean, it doesn't matter that it's a small Grim because they have 3 tool punishers. You get me. Anna, so far, Anna seems great, though. I've been impressed with Anna. Overall, the deck just feels a lot better in general. I'm pretty sure we're not going to win from here. I think the offering play was really good from them. But, like... yeah. Unfortunately, they just have, like, 3 tool punishers in their deck. And we didn't probably do enough clogging to brick their draws. Like, going into round 3 with clog is not the strategy, right? The whole point of clog is that you make their draws really bad for the rest of the game. And we haven't disrupted. Yeah, the Colgrim's actually probably worse than the cards I mulliganed, right? I probably should just mulligan Colgrim. We really need that battle stations, man. That's our only real hope. If we hit the battle stations, we thin to one card left in deck, which is pretty awesome. Oh, it's my turn. I've been sat here talking the whole time.
I demand justice. Trial by ordeal.
It's fine. He was not doing anything anyway. He's not doing much either. Nah, Colgrim's basically dead. Cloggers popping off. Surely they lead it here.
What's better than a dead noble? Two dead nobles.
Man, I really need this. I didn't want to play my Vic of Vara Novice until my thingy went through. Because this gives me a chance to Vic of Vara it. And I didn't want to use my Brothans and stuff when I get better value on them later. So, what's the plan here? I guess we just take the Novice. Yay! We did it, guys! Hooray! We could lead it to clear the board from Witches. I think it's fine. Like, this was a Brothan's target, but they have Bear Witches. And I think just denying the Vesemir value is worth it. Huh. Yeah, it might have been an error. Let's see. I was thinking of taking the Quartermaster and just pinging the Sunset down. Probably was just the play, wasn't it? Probably got a little bit too clever. The thing is if I go for the Brothans and then I slam the leader, like they're going to be left with a Witcher on the board because it would hit the thing. So this did deny, like, this leader played for 11 points. Yeah, the Colgrim was just never really going to be that good, and I shouldn't have kept it in my hand. It was actually just an error on my part to keep it in hand. Whoa, the Cloggers! Guys, the Cloggers is popping off on main stage. I mean, I don't want to clog a Lambert. Do we just take the Vigo and look for the Emissary first? Bam! Emissary's value. We have to go there because otherwise Bear Witcher gets us. No, it's not Leo. We saw on the vial. But yeah. I think the Quartermaster, not copying the Quartermaster was probably an error. Lines up into Panther. Yeah, we're not going to be able to stop it. It's better to play around the Bear Witcher. We'd rather they tool punish. They have to tool punish something. I don't want to give them like an easy Bear Witcher particularly. Poggers. We don't want to clog any of this. So we go for these two. No, this is why I went to the long round. Like, they just have a super awkward hand. I'm surprised it's gone this well for us, though. To be fair, we double clogged them on the dry pass, and we got Anna. I'm still a bit anxious about the Viper Witcher. Like, none of this is something I particularly want to put back into their deck, right? The 2 bleed is still there, but we could also just take it on a 1 bleed.
Your life was worth a great deal, my lord.
Pretty sure we're still losing, but it was a good effort. Like, it's Geralt professional still. And what else? Heatwave, maybe? Geralt professional Heatwave, I guess. The big man.
That was not in the spell book.
Unfortunately, not quite, but it was a very good effort. It was a very good effort. I think I messed up quite a bit with Colgrim. Poor Colgrim. There was definitely, like, I think we could have won this. They played well. It was quite close. It wasn't that close with Gwent. Well, fair play. It was an interesting game. I hate potholes. It's a pretty good showing, right? Like, us going to a long round is not ever something we're looking to do. So the fact that we went to a long round and only lost by 13, and I probably didn't play the round particularly well, because I was sat there roping thinking it was my opponent's turn and it was mine. Oops. Shang 14, eh? Well, Colgrim's never staying. Control the docks! Control the city! You get me, mate? It's as simple as that. Control the docks. Control the city. I don't mind giving them flipping Vic of Vara Novice to clog him with that. But we do have the Brothans and the Vigo, so... This is like raw decrees for battle stations, probably. Like Menno battle stations. That's a scary card. Not a card I particularly want to clog. But a card I will clog. Because I want to win round 1. And it's the first clog, so... Oh! Do we ever go Raw Decree for meta for another one? It's probably a bit desperate, isn't it? Hey, Banos. How do you do, mate? I mean, I kind of want to hit it, but we have a lot of points. I don't think we're interested in hitting it too much. Let's start clogging on top of the other Fallen Knights so they hopefully don't find it. It's the weekend, so good. Let's go. The new Bazaar update seems pretty good. I played a little bit of it yesterday. It seems like they've really improved. Oh! I used to love this combo, man. That's pretty epic. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty impressed.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
It's an open beta. Is it? It's not closed beta. You just have to buy it. I used to love this combo, man. Back in my day. I've played this combo on this very channel a few times. Open beta was delayed. Wait, really? But... Okay, I don't know. I bought it. You see why I wanted to get rid of these Fallen Knights? They are pesky. Because they're probably going to get summoned back out as well. We do need to start getting some clogging done, really. Don't we now? But the only thing to clog is the informant. They might ring you that. Control the docks. Control the city. Damn it.
What's better than a dead noble?
Could be worse. Gonna slam leader. Probably go roll decree snowdrop leader. I think operator's just going back home. And by home I mean I'm bidding him off. I'm seeing see you later, alligator. Who's the most British sounding card? So that would be the Mantlet, and it goes, give me a bloody moment! Just need to catch me breath! Or something to that extent.
Listen to me sing, damn it.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
Snap and done. Heckling kill.
Not bad. We don't actually have much to clog here. What is that thing? Siggy Reuven's treasure. Profit 11? Huh? Create a bronze crown with provisions equal or less to excess coins gained from profit. Provisions equal or less from excess. Okay, sure. If you gain coins, gain cards equal to excess. Huh?
In the Order's name, I confiscate these goods.
I am very unsure about what is happening, but I know that we're getting cooked. That much I'm certain of.
You have undivided attention.
Yeah, that is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. True. This is pretty unfair, mate. I'm not going to lie. We're getting cooked. They're almost out of spawning space, though. What do I even clog, man? There's nothing to clog. I guess I could clog him with more Fallen Knights. Jeez Louise!
Your life was worth.
Passing is losing.
Take comfort in that.
Honestly, playing might be losing too.
How did that incantation go?
Oh, it was actually better because of the Fallen Knight, wasn't it? Rats. Where are my spenders? Oh, that's actually good. Oh! That's insane. Guys, look how insane that is. I mean, again, we're just getting memed on. We are trying to clog. Look, I'm at 2,400. I definitely didn't decline the pro rank rules and then re-accepted them to go from 2,300 all the way to 2,400. I'm on my way back to 2,300. Honestly, the deck is almost good. I think if our Vigo didn't low roll, we will find that. And I just slam Colgrim, and then might not have an answer to it, right? Colgrim could have one-man army noob tubed him. Don't play hardcore with a noob tube.
For the Emperor!
This is the last game of Gwent, and then we move to the Disney Lorcana pre-tournament watch party.
You'll never get my rhymes out of your head.
Kind of don't need the operator. I guess I want it still. Yep. Yep. This guy's going to get absolutely clogged, mate. They ain't got a chance. What are you going to do? You go Vi. Do you know what I do? I go, yep, clog, yep, clog, yep, clog. Uh-oh. Are we about to play Vi Jam? Are we about to play Vi Jam live on the stream? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the pinnacle of Gwent gameplay? It's not working. I mean, it's getting picked up on microphone, but that's not... What the heck, man? Why is it not working? My OBS is so messed up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pinnacle of Gwent gameplay. Are you ready? And then we lied, and we lied, 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 and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied.
All the Lorcana people that are arriving for the watch party, don't ask. It's better that way. This goes so hard. How is it actually so good?
And just for a change, we can play horns. And then we lied, and we lied, 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 and we lied, then we lied, and we
Well, there's our win condition gone.
lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied. Foglet. Just kidding. It lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied. And always remember, kids,
hit
provisions
that.
are a social construct.
Vi's OP, I mean V. I think this deck's broken. I'm probably going to play it for monsters, not going to lie. How can it be bad? Like Vi meta was, like Vi was only bad because people had like 3 tool punishers in every deck. You know, when I think this card's broken, I think it's got to be good, honestly. Cloggers. Damn it. What to do after Vitrance ends?
Ladies and
Play it again.
welcome to the pinnacle of Gwent gameplay. Are you ready? And then we lied, and we lied, 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 and we lied, then we lied, and we lied, then we lied, and we lied.
Honestly, if I started Colgrim, I might actually have a chance. Here's the link. What's up, Jess? We're trying. I went all the way down to 2,300 with it, and then I unaccepted pro rank regulations, and I re-accepted them. Then I got to I had one game to get to pro ladder, and I won it, so I got to pro ladder with this deck, and now I'm on my way back to 2,300. Huh? Colgrim! I don't know about that. Yep, bye. Yep, bye. Yep, bye. Get clogged. We clogged them a lot. No vibe, please. Just have that. Oh, that is bad play. They should not have done that, I think.
Provisions are a social construct.
Oh my god, it's pronounced V.
Surely they needed the toad, no? Why did that not spawn it? What? Hello? Oh, range row! I didn't know that. I clocked the living daylights out of them, mate. That's the problem for them. They got absolutely well and truly unequivocally clogged. Right, one more go of Fire Trance.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The problem is I have no tool punish.
welcome to the pinnacle of Gwent gameplay. Are you ready? And then we they lied, and we lied, 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 and we lied, then we they lied, and we lied.
Here we go! BAM! Oh. Hoggers. I think we should buff clog too. Yeah, it's terrible. I'm trying my best to make it work though.
And just for a change, we can say Gwent, and then we they lied.
Flipping heck, mate. What's the matter with you, mate? We've blocked that? Not really.
Always remember, kids. Provisions are a social construct.
Oh my god, it's pronounced V.
Got it for mirrors. Huh? There's no way that's worth it, right? How many mirrors are you gonna play? Going to Lou. Where are we?
RTW Records fucking victory, like we're inside, bro. We're in Peckham. I don't come to Peckham, bro. I stay in West. I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm in Louis Vuitton with a python bag on my left hand side and it fit me nice. They told me it's 30 racks, now I'm campaigning for that animal's rights. I got my hand on fire, it feels unnatural. I'm on a left hand drive, the 16 stepped inside. I'm with my ski now, fuck that. I'm with a snowboard, way that I love this money.
Oh, it's cold. Oh my god, that's like a death.
Price of hammers, I don't think you take me sport.
Perfectly straight.
I don't get caught. I had to wait on my case like luggage and man's just praying it don't go.
Huh?
My heart in several pieces.
Oh, that might get me DMCA'd. That was just my playlist that just came on. Oopsie. Alright guys, so Gwen's done for today because I am moving on to my Disney Lorcana watch party for the big event that's happening. If you want to keep watching, if you're on YouTube, I'm live on Twitch. Alright Twitch, we're done with Gwent for today. We're going to switch over to Disney Lorcana watch party. It's going to be a banger. We're not actually playing. The event starts in like 2 hours.